Crikey, what an act to follow, eh? My name's Stuart Little. No jokes about the wee mouse, please. I'm a bit Scottish and I've got a 5-minute time limit. If I go too fast, I apologise. Please grab me at the end. I've got 20 brochures with me and I've got this presentation as hard copies to give out to those who are excited by this opportunity. As I said, I'm CEO and founder in the business. I'm an ex-architectural technician. The second chap down there is my brother, Alan. He's a scientist. And we've had Jane on board chasing money for us as credit control for the last 8 years. What we do is a bit different from everybody else, and it fits beautifully what most people are interested in today. We have patented a technique where we can photograph and quantify energy loss from buildings using infrared cameras. We used Marks & Clark, you'll be pleased to know, for our patent applications. It's very, very scalable. We franchised the business in 2009. We've now got 13 offices in the UK, and we're looking to replicate that across the world. Capital ask for us today is about 800,000, hopefully with a trade sale in 2 or 3 years to an ESCO-type energy-saving company like a Johnson, a Siemens, or a big surveying company like CBRE, Capita, Arabs, Faithful and Gould. So what's the problem? Without boring you to death with all these statistics, there is a huge problem out there. The built environment is, as the previous speaker said, it's responsible for 40 to 50% of our energy consumption. The Energy Saving Trust said we would need they reckon about 80% of the buildings we'll be living in and working in 2050 are already here. So the built environment is a huge, big problem. In 2018, there's legislation coming that says you can't sell or rent a building unless you can prove how good it is and how energy efficient it is. So the big headache, the reason this man's so confused, Google confused man, he comes up, he's the most confused man on the planet. He's really confused because people are asking him for £50,000 to £60,000 to audit his building, and everyone's promising him 20 to 30% energy savings. So if he just buys 4 or 5 products, he doesn't have an energy bill, in theory. The big problem for the built environment, guys, is everyone who owns these buildings, if you've got leases, say you own a chain of hotels, pubs, offices, whatever they are, if those leases are expiring in 2017, you could be faced with an asset portfolio that's about to plummet because you can't rent it. You have to be able to validate it and actually do something. So our solution is quite elegant. It's very, very simple. We make it visible. This is a before on the left-hand side. This is an after over here. These images we did with British Gas. It's a chain of houses in Manchester. What we've patented is this ability to quantify it. So we take a photograph of a house using an infrared camera at night in about 2 seconds, just like taking a normal photograph. And we add value to it and say, you're wasting £347. Now, for a lot of our customers in the social sector, that's nearly 400 cans of Stella Artois. So that gets them engaged. And for things like the Green Deal, that engagement is absolutely critical. Energy's not sexy, let's be honest about it. If someone knocks on your door at night and says, oh, do you want to buy anything? It doesn't matter what it is. The answer's normally no. I'm watching EastEnders, the football's on, I've got the kids to put in bed. This makes it a bit more engaging, a bit more compelling. What we then do is we give people a carbon diet plan. It's very cheesy. I know the name is a bit cheesy, but you know what it is. It's a diet plan that says, this is where you are, stop eating chocolate, get some exercise, ignore the cakes, don't have dessert, and let's prove where you are at the end. We stamp it with a carbon hot foot. Red's bad, green's good. It's a very simple traffic light situation. But what we can do then is go to housing associations, local authorities. We can look at school portfolios and say, let's rank and rate everything very, very quickly. 1 minute left. The speed, low cost, and the simplicity are the 3 key benefits of what we do. We did 8 buildings in Los Angeles last year with Johnson Controls. They took 2 to 3 months and charged the client $80,000 per building. We did it in a week, and we actually did it for free because it was Los Angeles, and I'd never been. And any idiot can use it. You don't need to be, you don't have a boffin-type PhD to understand what we're doing. You move a slider like Wonga.com, and speedometers swing around and show you the savings. And it's all impartial, it's all independent, and it's real. 30 seconds. This is me setting up the company on my own. We raised venture capital in 2006. We hired a sales force. We got to about here. The losses were about 290,000 of a loss. Our VCs followed their money here. We got rid of the sales force and we franchised. We're now about there. We're about 850, 900,000 turnover last year. with about 130,000 profit. And that is me. Thank you very much.